They haven't had their new ship for long, and trouble has already managed to find them. An attack by a throng of Sahuagin almost cuts their journey to Seaton short. Thankfully, with Oceanus and their limited crew, the Sahuagin were disposed of and they reached Seaton without further incident. After outfitting the Sea Ghost with some new ballistic weapons, the next order of business was to find some more crew to act as additional officers and support. They enter the Silver Quill Inn and soon find themselves with several potential groups to approach. Will any of them be interested in joining their adventure?
Let's see. So if I remember correctly, last time you got your ship, you got a crew, and then you sailed towards Seaton.
And we got attacked.
You got attacked by Sahuagin. About halfway there.
Sahuagin.
Yes.
It took a while. It took the whole time that their fight.
Okay. All right. So now you're on your way to Seaton to let your crew heal up while you're there. Get your ship armed.
Make repairs.
Well, the ship itself's pretty much okay.
Yeah.
But you did also talk about wanting to hire some additional
Yes.
Marines, effectively, combatants for the ship when you're not there. Okay. All right. So let's see. Let's get your tokens here. Okay, what do you want to do first? You've arrived in Seaton. Some stuff like, going to the bank, that won't really require any time spent on it, because if you're going to the bank, it's fine. I mean, unless you wanted to rob it or something, but I find that a little unlikely at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're good.
We aren't hurting that bad.
Pointless. We don't
Yeah.
Unless you want to throw bank robbers at us.
Yeah.
I actually
I mean,
researched
I like
all
shiny
this
things,
stuff.
but I don't rob banks just for the heck.
Yeah.
Don't encourage. We don't need Finea and Oceanus turning into a Bonnie and Clyde.
No, I was telling the DM this, which I probably shouldn't have, but
Don't be giving him any ideas now.
oh, he gets enough ideas of his own.
I know. I kind of figured as much. Don't encourage him more.
Yeah. So fun little fact. I had researched this for my last book that came out. There are about 5,000 banks in the country, and there are about 5,000 robberies and robbery attempts each year.
Interesting.
Now, the vast majority of those end up with people going to jail, so,
Yeah.
Or in some cases, the hospital and then jail.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like that one time my dad was working as a security guard and the bank he was working at got robbed.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
I'll tell you that story some other time.
All right.
We need to hire some help.
Yes, we do. So
All
where
right.
We need some offices.
So where would be okay? So out of character, which of us would best? Would it be Finea or would it would Betty? No, just I mean, we don't want to get a bunch of we don't want to get help that is going to double cross us and rob us blind.
Right.
But so we want best place to look normally is a tavern or an inn or so where would good honorable trustworthy types be located.
Let's see.
Well, there are always several inns and taverns in every town. Question is, who are you going to ask? that'd be the quickest. Just ask, ask local, where should we go for X? So far, you've been to the bank, you've talked to the harbor master.
I mean, we're looking for seafaring folk.
Yes.
People that are
Right.
going to be helpful on a ship, so someone who knows
And how to defend the ship.
ships as well.
Uh-huh.
So I would think someone like the harbor master or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, the harbor master directs you to an inn called the Silver Quill. It is known for being a fairly upscale establishment, not too far from both the harbor and the main gates, so it's got good traffic from both ways, and it's got a reputation of having a lot of adventurers come through.
Let's go there.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so you find the tavern. It's a sturdy, square structure with, an attached inn to one side, presumably also where the innkeeper and whatnot and the tavern owner live. And it's brightly lit. It's getting towards evening, so it's getting dark outside, and it appears to be fairly busy. All right, there you guys are. The doors are a little hard to see on the map. They're right there in front of you.
Okay.
And as you walk in, there are 6 round tables right in front of you, a private room off to one side that you can't see in, and then a raised bit towards the back with a couple tables. Now, most of the folks in the tavern are obviously just, laborers or normal sailors. There are 3 groups that catch your eye. At one of the tables closer to you, see 4 ladies sitting around the table, obviously, but they're armed and have decent armor on them. They're all humans. Over towards the back, by the private room, there are another group of 4 sitting. A much more diverse group. There's an elf male, a halfling male, a big bald human guy, and then another human female. Now, the ones in the back corner look fairly similar, actually. They might even be siblings. All 4 of them are obviously the same species. They're tieflings, and they're dressed kind of, monkey, I guess is the way to say it. Like not like, so much punch people monks, but, cloistered monks. But they also have weapons and such on them. So those are the 3 groups you're seeing just now. Gotta get my notes in different places where they're actually useful.
So what exactly are we, or what positions are we looking for?
Well, okay, so
Obviously, we're in charge.
Crew.
Yeah.
Because we have our crew that do the day-to-day sailing
work.
of the ship. Yeah. Some people who maybe could do a little bit of that, but mostly we're looking for people who can hold their own in a fight.
Okay.
So if they can pitch in on raise the mast, set the sails, whatever, great, because then we have more people to kind of rotate in as needed. But mostly it's to help us not get attacked and have another fight like we just had.
Yeah.
We survived. We survived, thank goodness. But there was some. It could have been. It could have gone. It could have gone
better.
It could have gone incredibly south.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah, and imagine if you hadn't have been there, if it had just been your sailors.
Yeah.
That
would
would've
have
been
lost that man on the ship.
Yeah.
yeah. So it was a good thing we were there. But yeah, we need some backup. Not not someone who's gonna steal the show, but
We need people that know their way around a ship.
Yeah. And a
Mid-sized ship.
crossbow or a spell blocker,
Yeah. And are handy with a weapon or
Yes.
2.
Yep.
And afraid to get into
Mhm.
trouble
And
when
who
the
are
need arises.
and who are good at taking orders and not double crossing us.
Right.
But
Yeah.
we're gonna pay them.
Yeah.
Yes.
We will pay them handsomely.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're our employees. We want to treat them well.
Yes. And the idea is that once we have our crew, we're supposed to be headed off to whatever that rendezvous point is on that one map that we
Yeah,
found.
you're supposed to investigate
Yes.
the lizard folk that were getting weapons smuggled to them to find out what's going on.
Uh-huh.
Alrighty then. I can work with that. Just want to make sure we're all on the same page.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so like I said, 3 different groups in here. They're clearly together. There's the human ladies, the more mixed group who look to be... They look to have a bit of nature about them. Like, obvious druidish looking stuff. And then the more cloistered monk look with the tieflings in the back.
And how many people are we looking for?
Well, there's a limit to how many people will fit on the ship.
I mean, looks like there's 3 groups of 4, so I guess we'll start with 4 and see what we do with there. But so, do we want to interview each of these, or how do we want to do this?
That is a good question.
Any of them even like?
Well, usually I've found even if you're looking for, someone, even if you're not looking for someone in particular, like if you don't have a name or anything, I've always found that talking to the bartender is, because they usually,
They hear things.
they hear things and see
and know the loop.
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying that because I want to get to the bar.
We're gonna hit the bar. That's a given.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I know I had promised a few rounds of drinks.
yes, we need to unwind a bit as well while we're
After
conducting
that
this.
little, after our little adventure at the high seas.
Yeah. And the fact that, y'all are still standing outside and my butt's already at the bar doesn't mean anything at all.
All right,
Yep.
all right.
Spent it our
Alright.
buddy already.
In this case, interestingly enough, the people running the inn look to be related as well. Just like the ones in the back. There are 2 ladies who are serving as, servers, and then there's a 3rd behind the bar. At a quick glance, you cannot tell them apart.
Oceanus, don't be so shy. Get in, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah,
Do you not have control over him?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
You should. Let's fix that real quick. Alright, you should all be able to see his character now, and
Mhm.
Chris, you should be able to control him. Give it a try real
goody.
quick.
I cannot. I am
Alright.
trying.
Try with that one.
Oh, no, I can't move either of them.
Ah,
He refuses to
Should.
be controlled.
sometimes it doesn't update properly.
Ah. If I have to put him on a leash.
Whatever makes your relationship work.
Yep.
Oh boy.
We're okay with it.
Maybe he'd enjoy that.
Like I said, whatever makes your relationship work.
Not really talking about that right now.
Okay, try controlling that one.
Okay, I can move that one around.
Yeah, it just
Dance,
wasn't updating
Oceanus.
properly.
Dance.
Okay.
You can go sit. You can go sit on the couch over here.
Oh,
He can pull up a chair next to Leia.
Okay, fine.
That way.
all right. Well, the lady behind the bar asks what you're drinking.
What's the local
some-
specialty?
Grog.
All right, then we'll take a grog.
Not even like a nice a half pint of rum.
Well, that's kind of what grog is, just watered down
okay.
rum, I guess.
Can I pay you extra and you leave the water out?
We've had a hard day.
All right. 3 silver then.
Okay. So I pay 3 silver.
All right, you get your rum.
Wait a minute. Leia pays the 3 silvers. Remember?
Right,
First
right.
round. First round's on me.
All right, so you got your drinks. What are you doing?
So,
Bar's kind of busy.
yep.
You got a lot of commoners in there, a lot of sailors.
Yeah.
Some muttering about the folks in the back corner. And not long before you overhear people speculating that they're spies from the north and stuff like that.
So, we're looking to hire some help. We need some folks to join us on our ship. So we need seaworthy folks who are handy on a ship, but also handy with a weapon.
Uh-huh.
So the bartender's like, well, be specific. Which is more important, the sailor part or the stabby part?
Well, considering our lifestyle,
Honestly, it's the stabby
the
part.
stabby part.
All right. Well, then you're in the right place. If you want, sailor folk, that's better off specifically down to the guild. I don't wish to get accused of poaching by them.
We're not looking to poach anyone. We're looking.
Yeah,
for,
it's like, I'll keep my ears open.
freelancers.
Like she starts tapping the table in front of her. Yeah, keep my ears open. I do know things.
That's what we were hoping.
Yeah,
Slide.
she's-
I toss her a
Slide it.
silver.
Yeah.
she looks at it and it's like,
Leia tosses another 2 silvers.
alright. It's like, well, I'm starting to remember. Let's see. So, the ladies in the back, they are, pretty balanced group. One of them seems to be more the sneaky kind. One of them, bookwormy. The third seems to be of the cloth. And then the fourth, well, she seems to favor a bow. The table over there, and she points off towards the private room, where my sister is serving them. They smell the forest. I think they're a druid circle who's decided to wander around a bit. So far, they're good tippers, and hopefully they can hold their liquor because they've had a lot. And then the horned people, I don't know what to make of them. They don't really seem to know, well, anything. But something about them also tells me not to cross them. Seem to be related. Other than that, can't say too much. Pretty, that's for sure. If you like horns. So, to put that into game terms, the ladies, it's a rogue, a wizard, a fighter, and a cleric. The mixed group, they are all druids, but of different focuses. And then the tieflings in the back, they're all, like I said, monks, but their classes is a monk, a ranger, a cleric, and a sorcerer.
Well,
Any more than that, you'll have to talk to them.
yep. Any of them striking your fancy, ladies? In Oceanus.
I'm intrigued by this table over here of the ladies. See if they seem to have a well-balanced or well-rounded set of skills, so let's go see what they can offer us. Or
We can offer them.
that too.
Yep.
Well, maybe just one of us ought to go talk to them.
Yeah.
Who has the highest charisma again? Mine's
Yeah.
only at a 14.
Mine's
a
at
13.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Which number are we looking at?
The
big
one in the circle.
Yeah,
The one
on
in
the
the
far
circle?
left.
Looks like I'm 18.
That would make sense. You're the bard.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I was thinking, but I wanted to make sure that
Mm-hmm.
that I was remembering correctly. Maybe you want to go talk to him because you're more of a people person.
Sure.
And then
Yeah.
if they decide they like you, then we'll bring them over and we'll talk business.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
If you want to, it's up to you.
I can give it a go. So they approaches. Now, what time of day are we at?
It's evening.
Okay. Evening, ladies. Nice weather we're having. Can I interest?
Suppose.
Mhm. Are you perchance looking for work? I am hiring with a few of my friends.
Well, that depends on a lot of things. How much, what for, how long, and where to.
Well, we have a ship and we need to do some investigating, so about a year, give or take. And we will pay handsomely if you would like to come up to the bar and discuss more with the rest of my crew. We would be more than happy to fill you in with more information.
Potentially. So far, the lady who is clearly a cleric is speaking. Define handsomely for a year's work.
Betty, would you mind stepping over, please? I can't remember how much we negotiated for. I don't want to make promises that I can.
Sure, I have that number written down, actually. I'll just know that we were told that we had enough to pay for an entire year.
That was for the sailors.
Yeah, that was for the sailors, so whatever that means.
Well, tell him. Okay, we'll give him a base salary.
Mhm.
Then whatever treasure or loot they find, they get to keep.
Okay. So, what's the base salary?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Gotcha.
So if we're talking a year,
Mm-hmm.
assuming that we're sticking with traditional calendars here, so 365 days.
Mm-hmm.
So approximately, that's 52 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's see here. Hold on. I need a calculator. I've been drinking. I can't do the math in my head now. Let's see. So we've got those. What's the breakdown of platinum to gold?
10
10.
10 gold per platinum.
Okay. There's 4 of them.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Guessing in this universe we don't have to worry about paid vacation and sick time.
Nah,
Yes.
Didn't think so.
it's all contract work anyway.
Yeah. Just checking.
No, it's a perfectly good question.
Yep.
Tell them we could do. I don't know if I should lowball. I'm not as charismatic, so I'll let you do the talking. Oh, charismatic one. So
Okay, yeah.
tell them we will do 3. We could do 3 gold pieces a week plus whatever loot they find.
3 gold pieces a week and whatever loot they find.
Plus, room and board on the ship.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we wouldn't make them pay for that.
All right. Okay. Hi, ladies.
Yeah.
Each, yes.
Yes.
All right, ladies. The salary will be 3 pieces of gold a week, free room and board, and you can keep whatever loot you find along the way
While we're on your boat.
on our boat. Yes.
They look at each other. Look at you. First time?
What, hire
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's our first ship, actually.
It's our first ship,
Yeah.
actually. It's our first ship.
They're like,
It's a good one.
give me a persuasion check to see how they react to the offer.
Okay.
Charismatic one.
Okay, persuasion. Is that
Okay. They're like, so you want us to risk life and limb for, let's see, 3 a week.
Free room and board. And whatever you find along the way on your journey with us.
Fame and glory. Say fame and glory.
Fame and glory. Probably untold fortunes. Songs and odes and tales written about you and your adventures with us.
Well, see, that's maybe twice what you'd offer Joe Schmo to muck out your stables for a week. Maybe if you quadrupled that, but I think we'll pass.
Okay. Alright.
All right, the DM is going to take pity on you. Standard wage for skilled labor is 2 gold a day.
Ooh, okay. Ooh.
So, yeah, if you offered them 3,000 a year, they'd probably take it.
I hope they didn't ask for it up front. We could swing that.
I mean,
How much money do you have on hand?
At the moment, we have the equivalent of what? Why didn't I close the calculator?
Because you have all that electrum you found,
Yeah.
and you've been paid by the city a few times.
Now, have we deducted what we are spending to arm the boat? Or arm the ship, I mean.
Yeah, we need to. Yeah, what did we just spend on on arming our ship?
DMG 255. Let me double check how much that one costs.
Because we got 2 ballistas, one at the bow, one at the stern. Chauncey's not being too loud, is he? Can you guys hear him?
nope.
Oh, doesn't. Well, that's not even useful.
Yep.
The Dungeon Master's Guide gives me the stats, but does not give me the cost.
It was free!
Yeah.
That's not helpful.
Electrum is worth
Half a gold. Okay, why is this so surprisingly hard to find?
Yeah, because right now, not counting our silver and copper, because we're spending the silver on drinks. Just in gold, we have slightly under 3,400 pieces of gold. So, like,
Oh, so you could actually afford them.
I guess that depends on the specific terms of their contracts. Like, they want $3,000 for the 4 of them for a year,
Or is it
Jeez.
3 grand per? Yeah.
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 Okay, that seems a bit much.
This reminds me of a story I heard somewhere. Guy was trying to convince his dad that it was okay to play Dungeons and Dragons because mom was convinced that it was Satan. So
And here we are learning how to
yeah,
Fire-
well, that's what that was
fire
my
employees.
point. Is like he
Mhm.
convinced his dad to play with him one evening, him and his friends one evening, and hoping that they could, turn dad to their side, and dad would go to mom and be like, "Oh no, it's not fine. It's not devil worshiping or anything." So they played, made a character for him, played like basic game or whatever, and then the dad went off to mom and was like, they're just doing math.
Basically, yes.
Yes. It was like, this is what it feels like at the moment. They're just doing math.
Yeah. There's also another meme that goes around that's like, this is how you put D&D on your resume. You know, every week engaged in teamwork activities and in leadership.
Team building,
leadership skills and problem solving.
Right now we're working on our negotiation skills.
Yes.
Yep, exactly.
It is starting to storm again outside, but I think I'll be okay.
Okay. A longbow's 50 gold, hand crossbow 75. I can't find anywhere listing an actual price for these silly things.
No.
Like, it's not actually in the DMG. It's not.
Well, can you make a DM fiat and say this is what they are?
Yeah, I'm gonna say 500.
Okay.
So you spent
For the pair?
1,000. No, each.
Okay.
So yeah, 1,000 gold, and that will include installation though.
Well, that's good.
Okay. Good. They
Okay,
don't
so
charge
we've-
for They aren't charging for labor, are they? Or is that also included?
Oh,
No, that's included. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay, so we have slightly over 20, slightly under 2,400 gold then.
Now, is that including those electric ingots you had?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So the adventurers, it's a good solid group. They're well balanced, and they're asking for 3,000 a year.
Which we currently don't have, but that
Yes.
doesn't mean we won't
Earn it.
But
earn
it would, yeah, it
Find
wouldn't
it.
be all. It wouldn't be all up front. You'd probably have to pay half up front, half over time.
Yeah.
Still a lot.
All right. Well, you can see what the other groups want. They may
Well-
want more. They may want less.
Well, let's go
Yeah,
talk
let's see what they
to
want.
let's go talk to the next group.
Okay.
Leia, do you want to do this one or do you want someone else to take a turn?
I'm gonna let somebody else take a turn. I
Okay.
look not so good.
Okay. Enya, what was your charisma again?
10.
Oh. Maybe I'll go up and try talking to the monks.
The power of Procan might help you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perhaps Procan can lend a
From
hand.
one
here.
the
religious person to another.
The
Yes.
monks are the tieflings.
Oh, sorry. I thought they were the guys
No,
here. Sorry.
Those are the druids.
Sorry. Okay, the tieflings.
All right.
Oh boy.
So, yes, all clearly siblings.
Mm-hmm.
The one standing seated next to you says, "Hello. I couldn't help but overhear a bit of your conversation. Well, not all of it. Don't worry, I wasn't trying to eavesdrop, but you know."
It's a small bar, and
Yes.
sound travels. Mind if I buy you guys around? What are you having?
Grape juice.
Okay, grape juice it is. So
All right.
Lay overhears and comes with the grape juice.
Yep. Okay, so he introduces himself as Respect. These are his brothers. He points to the man across from him as Ideal. The man in the corner is Mercy. And then his brother, the clearly female sorcerer, is named Faith.
all right.
We have recently left the monastery where we were raised. And are trying to see more of the world.
Okay.
My brothers and I are interested in, seeing the world, learning things, helping people.
How far are you through your journey so far?
We left the monastery yesterday.
Ah, I see. So you're just starting out. Well, I came from a small village myself, and I will tell you that my goal was to. Well, it started out. I just got a job, but then I decided I wanted to see the world, and the best way to do that on a ship with a bunch of adventurers. And just so happens we have a ship, and we need some adventurers who are looking for adventure, and who can lend a hand in helping us keep our ship safe and and help us on our mission, on our quest. And wondering if you would be interested. We will pay. You'll have a salary, room and board, and yeah.
Okay, very good, very good. What quest is that, if I may ask?
Well, we've been sent on a mission from the townsfolk in Saltmarsh. I am unless you this is the thing. Unless you join our crew, specifics. However, there will be loot. It will be dangerous, but I feel like you look like a group that could probably handle yourselves, hold your own in a fight if need be.
We have been trained.
Yes.
So much practical experience, I must admit. What do you think, Brother Faith? And the one in the corner, she looks you over, and her eyes start glowing a little bit. I think we can trust her, she says after a moment.
I'm glad. I'm glad I'm trustworthy.
How about you, Brother Mercy? What do you think? And the cleric looks you over. Yes. There is the touch of God about her. Let's see. So he explains that they were raised in a monastery to Hieronius, who is the god of chivalry, justice, honor, war, daring, and valor.
Are they all lawful good then?
Actually, no. Their god is, but they are not. They haven't. Basically, they've been sheltered. They don't really know yet. It's like
okay.
They're still discovering themselves, as it were. And it's like, I suppose we could hire on. We would need at least 2,000 a year in addition to room and board.
I think we can manage that. And also, I don't know if I managed to mention this. Any loot that you find, you get to keep.
Okay.
So that is yours. Bonuses.
Very well. We would be willing, I think.
Okay. Betty, you want to come over here and we'll
introduce you to the rest of the group
and sign a few contracts and whatnot.
So you're gonna go with them?
I think. What do you ladies? What does the rest of the party think?
Yeah, I think so. The druids aren't. No offense to druids, but I'm not sure if earth-dwelling folk are right for this task.
Okay.
And looking for adventure suits our purposes, because boy howdy, do we have adventures.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So
You definitely
as
won't
I
be
said-
bored hanging out with us.
No.
Yeah, they as you're talking, they give you a little more detail. So it's an ideal. He's a monk. He punches things. He's also good at knocking them over or pushing them around, that kind of thing.
Good.
Respect is a ranger. Pretty much just a straight up ranger. Looks like his isn't finished out quite yet. Anyway, so yeah, he's just a hunter. So the basic type of ranger.
He has a vendetta.
Yes. Okay, Colossus Slayer, that's what I'm looking for. Let's see if it'll let me.
Having someone around that likes to punch things will come in handy.
Yes, he will.
Weird. Okay, anyway, sorry. I got distracted because his sheet is not filled out properly. Don't know why. But yeah, basic ranger. He does extra damage to things that have already been hit. He has Hunter's Mark, all of that. And then Mercy, I said, is a cleric. Actually, a war cleric. So, heavy weapons, heavy arms, all of that. Not quite so good with the spells, but still a cleric, clearly. And then Faith is a sorceress. She is good at burning things.
Sweet.
And all of them are pretty.
That'll help.
Yep. The weird pretty boy cloistered monks, one of whom is a woman.
I suddenly feel like we're in an anime.
Yes. Well, and if you call them on, they'll be like, well, of course we're all brothers. We were from the monastery. We're all brothers there.
Mhm.
So, polite fiction, I guess.
So we
They're
should think of that
definitely-
Monty Python sketch with all the philosophy professors at the University of Waterloo in Australia. They're Australian. They call everybody Bruce, regardless of their gender.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Hey, you got Bruce!
Mhm.
All right. So we have a crew. Well, more of a crew. And yeah, you'll learn quick on a ship how things go, and there will be plenty of adventure.
Yes.
You're gonna have lots of stories to tell.
Mhm.
Yep. All right. So, what kind of terms you put in the contract? In the contract, rather.
Well, let's see. Their salaries could be 2,000 a year. So we can do 1,000 up front right now.
Okay. And they will, arrange to send that back to the monastery.
So let's see, 2K. Front. I guess we'll need to reconfigure the sleeping arrangements on the ship.
Yes, I suppose you will.
Yeah.
We'll make it work.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, but they will have at least some space to themselves, even if they have to double up, I guess.
Life on a ship, for the most part, is you don't have a lot of privacy.
Yeah. Okay, so okay up front, any loot that they find, that's any loot they find that's not already been, how do I want to word this? Like if someone was to send us to go find something specific.
Okay, so
Okay, so that's not included.
Yeah.
Good thing to put in. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's like if we got hired by someone and they're like, go find X object or objects, and
So
they happen to
so-
find it, they don't get to have,
well, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, neither would we. So,
Yeah.
but that is good to.
Yeah. I don't know how you'd word that. Like anything that's already claimed by hire, I guess. Is that putting it? Yeah.
Anything other than quest items, I suppose.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And because of that, we do need to be able to see whatever they find. They do have to report their findings, and just so we know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What else? What else would be good for contract?
I'm not sure. I mean, something will happen that will be like, crap, we should have put that in the contract.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Think
It's
of
like
it
as
right
much as
now.
we try to cover our butts, we're
Yeah.
gonna
Mhm.
get
We're just
surprised
yeah.
at some point.
No.
I mean, I never expected I would go down a well and then be attacked by snakes.
Right.
So, yeah.
No side jobs without prior approval.
Oh, yes, that's true.
Yeah.
And we want to sign them for a year contract
Yeah.
with the ability to renegotiate later if.
Yes.
Yeah. Once said contract is up.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah. So
Any
year.
any information that they would find out if like somebody put a bounty on us or something to that effect, they need to let us know right away.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just thinking in case somebody from Salt Marsh would decide to wreak a little havoc.
Well, we've already had a bounty apparently put out on our head once, so...
Right, yes. I'm just trying to see how I aim here.
Yeah.
We don't need another Ned.
No, we don't.
If we can help it.
You. Nedry.
Yeah.
Well, I have a question. Oceanus.
Okay.
Do you have any ideas? You who was abducted and kidnapped for I don't know how long.
Anything else we need to add to the contract?
Probably put in a stipulation that if they leave your service, they can't take a job with anybody opposed to you for at least a year.
Ooh, good, yes.
A non-compete
I mean,
clause.
enforcing that might be interesting, but
Yeah.
you know, I guess they're monks, so.
Wouldn't be bad to have in case.
Yeah, non-compete clause. That would be.
Yep.
Okay, so year-long contract, year from signing. So make sure we date it. 2,000 gold a year, 1,000 gold up front. Any loot that they find other than quest-related items is theirs to keep. They do have to report anything they find to us. No side jobs without any prior approval. A non-compete clause. If you hear any rumors or anything about us clause.
Yeah.
Protection clause.
I guess.
All right, real quick. So, Chrissy, try and move those new tokens, all 4 of them.
Okay. Oh, I can move. I just moved
Not
ID.
those.
Oh.
These.
Oh, these ones.
'Kay.
Yeah, I can move them.
I can't.
Yep. Oh wait.
Yeah,
Mercy is. Okay. Rachel's moved Mercy. I couldn't.
Yeah.
I can move all of them, but Mercy.
Why can't you move Mercy?
I don't know.
Yeah, I would say I could move all of them except for Mercy.
Oh, here we go. I think I see
Oh, someone was moving them.
that was me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So not
And
helpful.
Mercy, I'm not seeing any numbers. I am
Yeah,
for the other 3.
Yeah.
I can move ideal. I can move faith.
Yeah.
I can move respect. Now I can move mercy. Why don't you try moving mercy, Chris?
Okay, I can move Mercy.
Yeah, and I'm seeing
Okay.
numbers. So
Okay, so
Okay.
that should now work permanently. It's just
Okay.
basically I've learned that, you know, if I change the things, I need to make a new version of the token to get to actually update.
Yeah.
Well, that's a pain in the tuchus.
All right. So you didn't like the druids, and the ladies were too expensive. Okay.
Well, we didn't get to the druids.
Yeah.
Because you didn't like them.
Well, okay, sure. But okay, so we're gonna travel with a bunch of tiefling. Well, not really monks, but one of them's a monk.
Yes. Tiefling priests, one of whom is a monk, and one of whom is a cleric, a sorcerer, and a ranger.
All right. Okay, so we should let him go. You know, get packed, get ready to go, and tell him we're gonna leave. What, in a day or two, or later today?
And,
Was
and you paid them 1,000 up front, you said?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. All right. They do also ask for this week's pay. Yeah, they ask for 38. So this week's pay as well, so they can make arrangements and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, 2,000 doesn't work out particularly even.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's 40 times by 52 weeks. Okay. Just to make things easy, we're gonna say 2,080, because that is
The math works out better.
yeah, that's 10 gold a week for each of them.
Okay.
So 40 gold per week. So you paid them 1,040 gold so far.
Okay.
Just because math is annoying sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm a pirate, not an accountant.
Yep.
I can count
I can count when
when
there's
it's
gold
in front of me.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. When I've got my piles of gold in front of me, and I'm in in the tavern, drinking booze, and the adventure's over. Yes, then I can count my money.
Uh-huh.
But when it's all theoretical,
Yeah. All right. So just to get the rundown, beyond the basics, obviously, Ideal punches things at least twice around. He has 4 key points he can use to punch a third time around, or take the dodge action, take the dash action. He can also deflect missiles, like if you shoot an arrow at him. He can reduce damage when he falls, and when he spends a point to get that third attack, he can knock people down, push them back, or take away their reactions for a round. Okay. Respect, like I said, he's very good with the bow. He does extra damage with Hunter's Mark and extra damage with Colossus Slayer if they are not at full hit points. And his spells pretty much Cure Wounds, Disguise Self, Goodberry, Hunter's Mark. In fact, they all have Disguise Self and Minor Illusion, pretty much, from being Tieflings. I think there's one who has different stuff. Mercy's a War Cleric, so tends to wait in with his big weapon. Better armor and shield. Can turn undead. And can use Channel Divinity to get an extra 10 points of accuracy on an attack. He just really needs to hit. His spells: Sacred Flame, Word of Radiance, healing, that kind of stuff. He also has Spiritual Weapon, which is pretty useful. And then Faith the Sorcerer, to do with fire magic. Her particular sorcerer abilities, she can spend her points to either not need to speak or move her hands to cast a spell, or she can take something like a firebolt and split it to hit 2 targets with it. Her spells: Burning Hands, Shield, Disguise Self, Knock, Misty Step, and Scorching Ray. So they're not very useful against traps or locked doors, but she does have Knock. Okay. Alright, you have your hirelings.
Woohoo! Woot!
And they're actually fairly tough. From the looks of it, they all actually have as many or more hit points than Betty.
Wow.
Okay then. That'll be
But
helpful.
their armor tends to be a little weaker. Let's say 16. Yeah. The cleric has 18 because he has a shield. The rest of them an AC of 16.
Okay. Now, question: will my Bardic Inspiration also cover them?
If you wanted to, sure.
Okay. Because how many is my limit? Is it?
It's your charisma per day.
Okay. And my charisma's 4. Okay.
Yeah, so you can use it 4 times a day. Now that will change next level, I think.
Okay.
Actually, pull that up while I'm thinking about it.
I just wanted to make sure in case if I had to, flip flop, cover some.
Yeah, at level 5, you then gain your Bardic Inspiration back after every rest, so that becomes a lot more often.
Gotcha.
So yeah, you could totally. You want me to just put it on their sheets now? So I assume they have it.
Sure.
Okay.
Now, will that take away from Ocean Study and...
Okay, so basically you cast it once in the morning on the hirelings. You cast it once more on everybody else except Oceanus and Ember.
Okay.
So basically you have to cast it 3 times in the morning to get everybody.
Okay. Gotcha.
Now, when you can get your charisma raised up to 20, then you can cast it on everybody with just 2 uses.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. All right. So you spent a lot of money. Like you've spent 2,000 gold so far. All told.
But money well spent.
But
Yes. Can't spend money if you're dead.
Right.
I'm going to find that audio clip. The game Borderlands. I don't think any of you probably ever played that one. It's a very dark humor kind of game, but there's one guy who has a bunch of vending machines all over the planet that sell guns. And one of the things it'll tell you is, remember, can't spend money if you're dead. Yep. Okay. So you've been to the bank, you've been to the harbor master, you've got some hirelings. Are you happy with your sailors? Did you want to look into any officers or anything like that?
I don't know if we can really spend any more money.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing. It's like
Okay.
we're
At least at the moment.
Oh yeah. I mean, Betty's had experience being first mate. I've been on a ship, and Leia's done some. So I think we're just gonna have to wing it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, you want to head back now?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. It's the next day. You're on your boat. Oh, where are you going to stick them?
Oh.
It seems pretty clear they're used to bunking together. You know, the family.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, like I don't mind bunking with someone else if somebody wants my room, but it's kind of small. I mean,
All right,
they're
let's take a look.
how tall are tieflings?
They're somewhat tall for humans, but not excessively so. So, probably right about 5. Well, upper end of 5 feet towards 6 feet.
Well, they're still a lot taller than me.
Let's
Everybody's
take
a lot
look.
taller.
Well,
I'm pretty sure
yeah.
Ember is taller than me when she stands on her hind legs.
Probably. All right, let's take a look at your ship, the Sea Ghost. Oh, hey, and you have more people for watches now too,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and they all have dark vision
Yeah.
because tieflings.
Yep.
Okay.
Do that.
And okay, so right now Oceanus has his own cabin. It's cramped. Enya has a cabin. Finea has a cabin. Betty has a cabin. Leia has a cabin. So the main cabin you have that has room is actually Oceanus's. So what are you going to do? How are you going to arrange things?
Oh, Finea.
Fine. There's a rug. He can sleep on it.
I get if it's that bad, you can always kick them towards me, and I can let them bunk with me on the rug I've got there.
I think Leia might have a little crush on Oceanus.
No, I'm just trying to even things out here. I offer the happy.
No, see, but the UST is hilarious.
Hey, I don't want to be stirring up any trouble with Finea, all right?
I do.
Of course you would.
I know where you sleep, mister.
You do with that. Okay. All right. Okay. So the 4 of them will be in that cabin. Luckily for you, they are monks, so they're used to being a little more cramped. And they're siblings, so they're used to that too.
Thank goodness for that.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been interesting because I put some thought into this. There were pros and cons for each of those groups.
Well, there's a
what are the
pro
cons?
right there.
They required less money and required less space. The ladies would have required more space and more money.
Yeah. I thought it
Well,
would
the
be
jury
nice to
will never know.
have more ladies, but
Well, one
Ladies
of them's a
are-
lady.
Yeah, I'm just saying
Brother Faith.
group of four, the group of four ladies. It's like they were intriguing at first, but I think they may have been too high maintenance.
Yeah, I don't think we have
We're
time
not
to-
those kind of ladies.
Yeah.
We're more get our hands dirty and
Yeah.
roll around in the dirt and get drunk.
Mhm.
Stick them with the pointy end.
Yep.
Let me do something interesting here too, before I forget.
Oh boy.
Okay, we're gonna put your sailors in with the hirelings, so you can ghost sailor. Wait, there it went. Okay, can you see in the same folder with the hireling stats? There should be a sea ghost sailor.
Yes.
Okay, that should be done now. All right, you have your sailors. Okay, so any last things before you head out?
But I can.
We got our ship, we got our weapons, we got our crew,
I think we're good.
we got our wolf.
Okay. All right, so 6 crew off, 4 crew on. Oh darn! Why is that? Okay, I'll have to look into that later. It's auto-filling in their stats, but it's still using the old stats. I don't know why. I have to figure out how it's doing that. Well, anyway. So, who wishes to roll to see how lucky you are sailing back? Give me a D100 check.
I'll do it.
Okay.
78. Not very lucky indeed. I rolled a 29.
Yeah, I
I was
want.
gonna say, I know this
okay,
hasn't
go-
been very thrilling. Of the, I'm not
We
against-
had business
I'm
negotiations.
not against stopping for the night. Just saying. Before we get into something that
Yeah. Something that could turn into ouch time.
yeah. Not every gameplay has to be the most thrilling stabby.
It doesn't
letting
make
in.
for it doesn't make for interesting listening though.
I know, but that's part of the game.
I know.
People are getting into D&D. They have to realize that doing math.
Sometimes you have to do math, and sometimes you have to draw up contracts and have the best
and you gotta do some
employment
negotiating.
offer.
Negotiations.
There's a business side to this. You can't just go
Yeah.
around just
And make sure not to partake in too much ale before the negotiations.
exactly,
Yep,
exactly.
That sounds boring.
and have a little extra so you can buy them around and be like, hey, I'll front you your drinks if you'll listen to me.
Yeah.
All right, because if you want, I can totally find something to attack your ship again.
I'm sure you could.
I'm sure you could. Yeah, as exciting as that would be.
I do need some gaps that would make sense to write Days of Our Clerics.
Okay. Well then, we'll just say you travel safely, and you have now reached the coast by the where you had the map, where the lizard folk lair is.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay.
To be continued. Until next time, stay safe, adventurers.
listening to the Five-ish Fangirls podcast. You can find more episodes and information at the5ishfangirls.com. Any and all books, movies, games, and any other forms of media mentioned are owned and operated by the respective copyright holders. No copyright infringement is intended or implied. If you wish to support the show, the easiest way is to leave us a rating and review. More ratings and reviews will make it easier for others to find the show. If you wish to support us monetarily, you can do so at patreon.com/5ishfangirlspodcast. All money goes towards fees and equipment to keep the show going. For official Five-ish Fangirls merchandise, visit redbubble.com/people/5ishfangirls. We love hearing from our listeners and encourage feedback. You can email us at fiveishfangirls@gmail.com. You could also like and follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/5ishfangirls. Thank you so much for listening, and may the squee be with you.